Hello, everyone. Really good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining today. We really appreciate it. Today's a very big day, and we have a lot of very interesting updates happening. So, first, we want to know where in the world you are watching from. So, down below, there's a chat button. Please press that right where you're watching from. It's always very interesting to see and hear. And let me know also how the audio is, if it's good or if I need to change something. Okay, we have a global audience. Really good to see you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We have a really interesting webinar today. And the reason why we're organizing this webinar is because our team has grown. We're quite a large team now, 15 people working full time only with global market data. And we don't want just to be a timber market data company. We want to be the absolute leader in global timber market data. But in conversation with you guys, the market, and we've gathered so much data, as you know, we don't want to just provide data. We want to provide insights and different ways for you to play around and discover the data and most of all make use of it. So this is why we're doing this webinar, and we're very excited to show you what we have been doing and what you will soon be experiencing on the platform. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So today we'll be discussing the feedback that you've been giving. We'll be discussing what we're building in 2026. We have changed a bit our pricing structure and the data or the tiers that are included. We will be discussing our new iPhone app, which is live. We'll be discussing the global price survey, which some of you are contributing to. We'll be discussing updates which are already live as well. And we'll be discussing the increased market data coverage. And at the end, we have a very special reveal to you as well. So let's jump straight into it. First, what feedback did we receive from the market? Because we take that very seriously. You requested, the market, demand for more insights and conclusions, not just data. You wanted us to also become quicker in updating you when something happens. You wanted also more forward-looking data, forecasting and outlook. And you wanted to have the data available with you on the go as well. And you wanted also, if we look in the top right, more market data for other parts of the world. For example, North America, India, Europe. You wanted better tools or simpler tools to explore the data. You wanted insights delivered to you. And you wanted more specific price data that reflects your products and regions. So, what can you expect for 2026? This is a very big moment that we're very excited about. You will have customizable dashboards where you can make a dashboard of the data that is most important to you. There will be a global price map where you can see color highlighted by the metrics that are important to you. In this case, for example, price. So where are prices higher or lower? and also a single overview per market in one single snapshot, one graph showing the production, the inventory, and the price level and consumption in one single view. But that's not all. There's so much more as well. You will also be able to very soon vote how you as the community be able to vote how you see a single specific indicator, for example, production in a country, consumption or construction for one specific indicator. You'll be able to vote up or down if you think how that indicator will perform, and you'll then be able to see the forecast of the market, of the community. And many of you know that we also collect prices of how the market is performing, how products are performing in different markets, the key products. You'll soon start receiving automated benchmark reports, how you performed versus the market. Were you below, under, in percentage, in euros, in dollars? And recommendations, what you can do. And we host a lot of webinars, and we're really proud of them. We're doing now 30 plus webinars per year, not a small amount, basically a full year-round digital conference. And what we thought and heard from the market is we don't have time to listen to all of them, but they're really good. So we're going to start providing you with reports per webinar. What are the key takeaways? What are the metrics? And what are the important facts that you must be aware of? 1 or 2 pager. But that's not only it. We will also start giving you a monthly report of all the webinars during that month. What are the latest insights? We also have now API access. This is mostly for larger companies that has been requested. That companies want to be able to integrate our data feeds into their own workflows and internal applications. That's also possible. And next year, there's something really interesting happening. We will start publishing real-time lumber delivery data. Where is lumber being delivered to by not only state, but also county in the US, equivalent to municipality in Europe. Where is it being delivered to? Is it European, Canadian, North American? Is it a special length? And how is the total volume of deliveries changing? Pretty cool. You will also start receiving this we have actually started already in the forecast room, but a summary of which markets are rising and falling, which products are most volatile, which products have a premium, and what are the average and median changes across the world. You'll also start getting AI recommendations. So we have a lot of data now. So putting all of that into one single engine, basically, that is personal to you, recommending what you should be doing with your markets and your prices, taking into consideration all the data that we have. But we're also gonna really speed up how quickly we update data. We're going to track more markets, and we're going to track more proprietary data. Some of you might have noticed, or probably all of you have noticed, that we no longer have free public webinars. We have previously been giving away for 5 years, granting free access to webinars, but in order to continue doing that, we need to get support from the market back. And this has really supercharged the amount of data that we have, and also thereby the accuracy. And this is what I mean about the competitive intelligence engine with the AI as well. Taking all into consideration all the supply chain activity, price data, sentiment data, BL data. So we can tell you and recommend to you what to produce, which markets to sell to, and where you might potentially be losing out or leaving money on the table. And even to track competitor and customer movement in real time. All, of course, according to EU and US competition law. And the shipment declarations, this comes from public data, is only for select markets, not all markets. So not to worry. And we're changing our pricing. Before we used to have 3 tiers, 3,000, 6,000, 11,000. Now we merged the 2 last ones, the 6 and 11, and we kept it at 6,300. So for 3,600 euros, you get all market data, you get all global market prices, and you get to hear and listen to all webinars. And then in the advanced tier, you get API access, you get to listen to the forecast room webinar where we analyze what's happening in the market, you get BL insights, and you get also local sell prices and these automated benchmark reports. And we just launched yesterday our own iPhone app. So you can have the data available on the go. So scan this QR code if you have iPhone, coming very soon now to Android, so that you can actually listen, so you can actually have the data on the go. This is only available to current customers. So if you don't have an account, email me, we'll get you set up. So then you can actually, we'll create an account and you can then log in with those details. What else is happening? We always send out to you a large Excel, which you can submit. That will start being done now electronically within our module. It's security tested, cybersecurity tested by top specialists. And it's more intuitive, it's easier. You can make partial registrations. You don't need to do it all in one go. And the Excel file, which most of you receive, we track now 170 products in 26 key markets, and the amount of comprehensiveness, if that's even a word, the coverage is insane. We're tracking almost all key markets at a very good level, and we're very proud of the data. And that wouldn't be possible without you, the market. And we're hearing that it's increasingly referenced to, it's being used, and we've heard a lot of stories about companies being able to improve their pricing quite significantly. And that's actually one of the things that we see, that there is that's something that we don't publish or anything like that, but we do see in some markets huge discrepancies for the same product to the same market. It's some companies are leaving money on the table, and that's why these automated and totally huge amounts. So that's why these automated benchmark reports are so important, right? And of course, the price survey that where we collect the data and publish the data, this is done in cooperation with Sweden's top competition law firm called Mar Law. They helped us to build the survey and to run it in a correct way according to EU and competition law. They have written a paper that we have submitted to multiple legal departments. So and that has gone absolutely fine. So that is available if you require. Send me a request and I'll send it your way. And then we are certified by ESOMAR and the International Chamber of Commerce that we are doing it and all of this according to best practices. What else is happening? And of course, when we do the survey, every time we don't, per survey received, even if it's one price in the survey, we will donate as thanks for your contribution. We will donate from our pocket a week's worth of meals to a family in need. And our goal is to reach and distribute 1 million meals within the next 12 months. And we are really proud of the market's support and contribution. It's becoming a quite significant amount. And we like competition. We love competition. And what differentiates us from the others in the market is that we are the only player that tracks how the global supply chain is performing, log prices, production levels, inventory levels, construction activity, meaning what's happening in the lumber supply chain all across the world in all key markets almost, but also then global price benchmarking, collecting prices for 26 key markets, whilst other either just publish trade data or prices for a very narrow market. And we've been developing a lot over the past year, which we really are excited to show you as well. We made it easier to log in. You can log in with Google. We're soon adding Microsoft and probably Apple as well. It's possible now to download data very easily in multiple formats. You can now share graphs by email or by WhatsApp with your friends, and they get a link and they can use that link, even if they can see the data, the latest data, even if they don't have an account. And we give, I think, 10 or 12 free shares per month per user. It's also easier now to see how graphs and indicators are performing. You can mark highs, lows, averages. You can see month-on-month performance, year-to-date performance, year-on-year performance. We've made it very easy to compare graphs and indicators with each other. When you see something interesting you like, you press compare, and then you search for the graph that you want to compare with, and then you see the comparison side by side, super quick, super easy. And something that many of you probably have noticed is that we host a monthly forecast room where we tell the story of the market, how the global lumber market is performing, and where we identify early market trends, because we have now 500 plus market signals at least. And nobody has time to go through all that, so we do that for you. We curate a special presentation every single month of what you need to be aware of. And of course, one of the more popular recent offerings is the customs data or shipment declaration data, where you can explore key importers or exporters by volume or value or average price to different destinations. Right now, that is only to USA and India, but soon coming even for other markets. And actually, on that note, one interesting thing which you will be able to do soon is to subscribe to updates. Is my customer suddenly buying from somebody else, right? Or is the market price in that market changing? So you'll be able to do some interesting things there pretty soon. And we have a lot of data for all markets now. So we're going to start publishing reports. We're still considering the time frame, probably not monthly, but probably quarterly per market, so that you can see all the data in a report, PDF format, a summary of everything happening in that market, production, inventory, consumption, prices, and both what has happened, why it happened, and the potential and the possible outlook for that per indicator, per step in the supply chain. Pretty useful. We also updated how you create your own graphs. Let's say you have 3-4 graphs that you like, you want to merge them into a single graph to keep for yourself. You can or share it with your colleagues. So we made it super easy to play around with the data and create what's important to you. We have now a truly global customer base, and people want to see the price data in different currencies, which is very, very understandable. So we made it very easy to convert currencies and prices to different currencies. One very interesting update is also that we call marine window. So for 500 plus ports and 8 choke points, Suez Canal, Panama Canal, different choke points like that around the world, to see in very near real time the how many vessels or vessel capacity are passing through or in the port, leaving the port, and also get notified of disruptions in a particular area of the world or in your own country. And soon you'll be able to get notifications on that as well. So what's the latest data? For forest, now we track felling registrations, harvesting volume, harvested inventory, and around wood price for markets from Austria to Russia to Sweden to the Baltics and even Chile and Brazil. For production, we track production of red and whitewood for everything from Canada to Russia to New Zealand, including the Nordics. We track inventory levels as well, from everything from Algeria to China to Japan to Russia even, and to Sweden and the US. We track trade flows. This is one point area where we are improving. And the reason is we have made the very conscious decision that we don't want to replicate what else is out there. We don't want to put that as a key priority for us. So we want to first build what is unique and then come back to what others are doing. And here you'll be able to see, or you are able to see, export volumes, export value, and average price for a bunch of different key countries around the world. And the flagship is, of course, our global price, where you can see CIF, DAP, or export prices, depending on the market, for 26 different key markets, from Algeria to Baltics to France to India to Morocco to Saudi and even UK, UAE, and Sweden. And we also have local prices. So what are your customers selling for around the world? And we have this for for Egypt, China, and soon for more countries. So for the key products that we track in the price survey, what's the local sell price in the local currency for those products? Pretty interesting. And that's the earliest market signal to feel the pulse of the market. We track also, of course, consumption, construction value. No, that's separate from. We track different areas of construction. Could be renovation, could be actual consumption, home sales, different things, and real estate loans or mortgages for a bunch of different markets: China, Egypt, Turkey, Morocco, Saudi, Germany, US. I think we're missing a few countries in the list. And then housing data, one of the most important data points in this industry. Permits, housing starts, completions, total construction spend, and different indices. For example, what's it called? Builders merchant activity and sales, builders merchant performance for timber in different areas. And we track majority of markets. Everything from Australia to China to England to Saudi, really all across the world, all available in one single place. And we're running now the sixth webinar season. And this season, we've had some really interesting speakers and great conversations. And the next webinar is with Eric Eliasson from Nora Timber. And yesterday, I spoke to Jesper Exmark from Stark Group. And as I said earlier, we have changed the rules to attend webinars. So either you have to be a price survey contributor, or you have to be a subscriber. And this is very fair because it takes a lot of very hard work to organize these webinars. It provides value to the market. So it's only fair that we exchange value. And that gives us a better product, a more comprehensive product, which will be referenced in the market. But also it gives us the resources to develop all the great things that we have in the pipeline. And yes, so for new customers that are watching today, we are offering a flat 25% discount on both levels of access, the basic and the advanced. We really hope that you liked this presentation, that you found it useful, interesting, and that it excited you. Please send us your feedback by email or WhatsApp. We really look forward to hearing what you think and how you see us and how we can help you more. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you. Bye-bye.